Greetings, Benjamin J from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, I did some videos on Rumble that I never transferred to YouTube. Downloading from Rumble to do the transfer just takes too long. Download a 10-minute video takes 42 minutes to download from Rumble. Anyway, this is a Lionel 8601. I found this on eBay some time ago for $8. And the entire front of the locomotive was missing. The entire bezel was missing. It had plastic push rods, and I actually bought it for the motor. But when I got it, I began looking at it, took some measurements, and I sawed the bezel off of a Marks 490, as you see, and epoxied it on to this shell. The entire front of that locomotive was missing. And as you can see, it made a fairly decent repair, considering it didn't cost anything. And it had plastic push rods, so I modified some 490 push rods, as you see, and installed them on this old locomotive. As you see, it is in neutral. I added a headlight to it. Now this was a bottom of the barrel Lionel, but it does have a full-size motor with forward, reverse, and neutral. So anyway, flip the switch. As you see, it is up and running. We'll run it around until it gets right there. Let me grab it. We'll put it on a consist. Now, this is why I always stress don't overlook the junk. I mean, this was some bottom of the barrel junk. The entire front of the locomotive was missing. And it's a starter locomotive at best. But as you see, with just a few minutes work, this actually doesn't look like a bad locomotive. The question is, will it pull anything? Let's find out. Oh, where am I? Here we go. Zoom, zoom. So, grand total probably about an hour of my time. I've got a wheel off on one of my cars. You'll see that. Right there. All right, that's good. Anyway, as you see, it runs perfectly. Forward, reverse, it has a neutral. I added a headlight to it, added that 490 front bezel, epoxied it in place, and then made some push rods out of steel, just modified standard 490 push rods, as you see. And this little locomotive actually looks pretty respectable, considering what it started as. Now, when I took this out of the box, the entire front of the boiler was just a big, huge open hole. And somebody had mounted a ceramic E10 socket to mount a headlight in. But like I said, the entire front of the locomotive was gone. So once I measured it, I just sawed the front off the 490 shell and then transferred the bezel. A bit of judicious cleaning and fitting, and it actually doesn't look too bad. It's got its new push rods, and it is up and running. Like I said, I bought this for $8, and I bought it to get the motor, of course. It came with an 898 that I bought. I got them both for, I think it was $12, something like that. Anyway, I spent a couple of minutes on this thing. It was unique. I'd never had one. Like I said, I bought it just to get the motor. But once I got it here, I saw that it'd be fairly easy to repair. And that's why I stressed don't overlook the junk. This is actually a fairly nice little locomotive. It pulls well, it has forward, reverse, and neutral, all manual with a switch on the back on the motor. And this is an original from Lionel, of course. But like I said, the entire front bezel was missing. It was just a big open hole. So I sawed that bezel off of 490, fitted it, epoxied it on there, added a headlight, made some steel push rods to get rid of the plastic ones that were on it. As you see, this little locomotive runs really, really well. It was fun to fix, it's unique, it was absolutely dirt cheap. Like I said, I bought it for the motor. But you get caught up in this stuff and want to see what you can do to actually repair it. And in this case, this repair came out quite nice, I think. I mean, considering that this was junk, I bought it just to get the motor out of it. And a few minutes of my time, really. Modified some steel push rods, added that front bezel off of 490, and I added a headlight. And what that is a grain of wheat bulb that's actually epoxied into the hole and then wired to the motor. So this thing's going to run virtually forever. It looks nice, it runs well, and it was dirt cheap. It cost more to ship it than it did to buy it. But as you see, it was worth the $6 or whatever it was. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As I always stress, don't overlook the junk. You can see the entire series on this 8601 on Rumble. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on it. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.